Hi, good evening.
Hi, Samaya. How are you?
I'm good, thank you.
Good, good. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for
I'm
having
sure
me.
you were once a nervous student that was sat there. What made you decide on going for Poland?
So for me, it was I was given a choice between Poland and Serbia.
Okay.
I applied both of them, and sorry, yeah,
Sorry, we lost you slightly there.
sorry. Can you hear me now?
Yes, perfectly.
Okay. Okay. So, like I said, I was given the choice for Poland, and I jumped on the occasion for it. And I applied for Bialystok because it was accepting. I was a little late for applying, so this was the university which was accepting back then, and I don't regret my decision at all. So it's been a wonderful year so far, and five
Great. So
more
you've
to
been
go.
there for 1 year.
Yeah, exactly.
Perfect. And can you tell us some of the highlights? What are some of the great things that you love about it?
So Bialystok is a very small city, but it's totally student city. So everywhere there are students, and the English division is one of the biggest division. So my batch was the biggest English division has ever got. Plus the teaching, the professors are extremely helpful. The students in the above years are helpful. So everyone is there to help you. And yeah, in general, it's a very nice place to stay. And it's not that far away from Warsaw as well. So you can take a easy weekend trip as well.
Sounds like you picked the perfect school for you.
Yes, I have for sure.
And
I got very lucky with it.
good, good. I'm really happy for you. Of course, this is what we try and do it all for. It's to see these reactions. It's great for us. In terms of kind of beforehand, before you went, obviously it was only a year ago for you. So, what was something you were concerned about, and how did you overcome that when you started?
So for my main concern was, will the material that I'll be provided by the university to study for, is it going to be in English or is it going to be in Polish? And how is it in general? Like, are the professors fluent in English, of course, because
Hmm.
it's degree for 6 years and to translate each and every document, it's not possible. But when
No.
I went there, everyone speaks English over there. We have a specific administration group as well, so they speak fluent English. And the administration in general helps you to find an accommodation. Medlinks helps you as well. So I was able to get both of them to help me with it. And if you have any questions, they're always there to help you. The professors, you reply, they are always active on their email IDs. So you can always contact them through email. And like I said, it's a very friendly community. It's a small community. We all know each other. So that helps a lot.
Fantastic. And is there anything that you sort of do outside of the schooling? Do you have any hobbies or any societies that you're a part of? Any clubs?
Since it was my first year, I did not join yet any community, but yes, there is a organization called as IMSA. They organize like surgical workshops or diabetic workshops, small workshops to just take a step into the practical world. But yeah, and this year I do plan on joining that association.
Now, obviously, a lot of people they don't know that much about Poland or Eastern Europe Europe in
Mhm.
general. What's it like for you? As a girl leaving home, going away for the first time, moving to this new country. Do you feel safe?
Yes, yes, for sure. I can tell you that I can walk home at 11 at night and I will perfectly feel safe. Of course, if you are very late, you can always book a cab. They're very affordable as well. People are very nice over there, especially the younger generation. Everyone speaks English, but the older generation, they do not, which is understandable as well. But they are helpful. You can use the Google Translator at all times. And like I said, the university itself organizes um parties or something to just make the English division interact with the Polish one. So yeah.
Nice. And what bit of advice would you listen? Because Bialystok is still available for a few students this year. So is Serbia. For those of the students that are sat there now wondering, do I go for this or do I take a gap year? What should I do? What advice would you give to them based on what you've experienced?
Honestly, I was in the same position last year. I was worried if it's a good choice or not, but you should go for it, definitely. It's like I said, it's a small community, very helpful, everything. And like everyone's coming from different places. There are Norwegians, Germans, British, everyone. I was the only one from Switzerland, so I was pretty alone that initially, but everyone's sitting in the same boat. Their orientation week. And of course, after the school, you can meet up with everyone. You make friends very quickly, and the professors are amazing. We have the practical, we have anatomy as a theory part as well, but as practical as well. So you will see cadavers, the histology department, and everything is very organized as well. So yeah.
Fantastic. Samaya, thank you so much for sharing this insight with us. Fantastic. So you are a student studying in Poland at the moment, is that right?
Yeah, I'm studying in Bialystok right now.
Fantastic. Okay, well, tell us a little bit about it and about yourself.
Well, basically, I'm from London, and my name's Emanuela Favre. I was born in London. I lived there my whole life, and I always wanted to study medicine. And my parents are Polish, actually, so that's also one of the reasons I decided to come here. But I was a bit kind of anxious when I decided to join. But honestly, it's been such an amazing experience. Like, I think it was one of the best decisions of my life to come here, and I really, really enjoy it. So, yeah.
Fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
And what would you say you were the most kind of concerned about before you went over there?
Probably like firstly making friends. I was kind of scared, like, you know, everyone's like different, like everyone's from different places, but honestly, everyone gets along so well. I think the community is so nice and welcoming. And I think also because of the fact that everyone's like come from a different place, it's like we've kind of like formed this family, and like everyone like relies on each other. Like if we ever need help in school, it's like I can talk to my friends, like in my groups, outside of groups, if we ever need help with anything, if like, and of course, because we all come from like different places. So like, let's say some of us don't understand some content, and like we just want to like work together, we can always, like, you know, if some people learn different things in different places. So like, for example, if I studied in London, I'd have a different education, for example, as people that study in Norway. So we can just, you know, work together, help each other. And it's like really supportive, really, like it's a really welcoming community. So I think that's probably what I was most scared about when I was moving here. And of course, like living, yeah.
I was just going to say, I'm so glad that you brought that up, because so many students, they think I'm going to go abroad, I'm going all on my own. And then as soon as they arrive, they realize that there's hundreds of other students that have all come on their own as well.
Yeah, it's like everyone's in the same situation. So honestly, like if anyone's scared about like being like, oh yeah, I'll probably not find any people, it's just like everyone feels the same way when they move. Like everyone feels like, oh, they're going to be lonely, but in reality, it's like, because we all feel the same, it's like we all, like, you know, communicate, we all bond together, and it's honestly probably like you form better friendship than in high school and sixth form. So at least in my opinion.
Yes. Yeah, of course. It's very difficult. And I think a lot of the students that they'll end up doing something like taking a gap year, for example, because they'll be worried about leaving all their friends behind, even though their friends are all going to go off to different universities around the country. So yeah, it's a difficult one. Okay, talking about the university, how long have you been studying there for now?
3 months, so October, November. Yeah, so
another
fourth month. Pardon? Yeah.
Another first year. Okay.
Yeah.
And, did you go straight from your A levels?
Yeah, I applied right after I finished my A levels, and I got in, and I only found out I got in like a couple of weeks before. So then, yeah, like right, literally, it was like really like quick, like a really quick change. So I just found out, and then like in a couple of weeks, I was already moving here.
Oh wow, okay.
Yeah.
What made you decide, right, I'm going to finish my A levels and I'm going to move into Poland and not take a gap year, for example?
I mean, I actually planned on taking a gap year, like the whole time I was planning on taking one, but then I think I realized that, especially with medicine and like dentistry and like more like science subjects, it's like, if for me, I thought maybe like if I don't practice them like on a daily basis, I just thought I might like forget some stuff. So I was like, I think it's better to just go straight from A levels to medicine. And also the fact that it is a 6-year course in my case. So I just was like, I prefer, you know, to go straight onto it than wait a year and then do the 6 years. Because then after 6 years, it's like now, then I can, you know, start practicing instead of having to wait another year. And then, I don't know, I was scared I'll just forget stuff, forget content. And to be fair, like there is quite a few things that I learned in London that I am using here right now. And I feel like if I had that gap year, I would possibly forget a lot of things. So, yeah.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
Mhm.
Statistically speaking, the students that we have the most success with are the ones that apply straight from their A
Yeah.
levels. For exactly
Mhm.
what you said. You've
Yeah.
got that knowledge in there. And I mean, most people want to go on a gap year to go and explore and travel, and you're going to be doing that anyway. Have
Yeah,
you been able
exactly.
to explore the culture and enjoy the area around your university?
Yeah. I always like go to like the center because our uni is like located like in basically in the center of Bialystok, and it's at first it was a bit like, oh, I don't know where I am, I don't know like how to move around, but within like the first 2-3 weeks it's been like, oh yeah, now I can like kind of join the dots, like I know this place next to this, and like within like a month now it's like I know where everything is. And yeah, I think it's really nice because a gap year is also like you could travel, but here it's like you're still going to a different country, so it feels really nice. Yeah.
Okay,
hmm
perfect. And
hmm
how have you found the course itself and the university?
I mean, at the start, yeah, it was quite easy. I think for me, it was personally like not too bad. Then I feel like we had a couple of exams, and of course you have to revise before that. But for me, it's been going quite well. There's definitely times, especially before exams, where it's like you need to probably stay in more to study. But I think the course is the way the teachers like teach us, and they give us a lot of help, and we have like resources. For example, in anatomy, like we always have like cadavers where we like look at different like body parts. So not only do we have the like theoretical part, but we also have the practical part. So there is a lot of chances for us to like practice our skills, and I think that's very useful, especially like because we have like different like pin tests and like different exams, and I feel like they always go over the content that we get in the exams. So like it's like they prepare us really well for these exams. So even though they're hard, it's like you get the best preparation you can. Yeah.
Okay, great.
Mhm.
And
Yeah.
going back to, you obviously said before in the beginning that you've kind of met students from all over. Would you say
Mhm.
it's quite diverse where you are in terms of the international student community?
Yeah, definitely. There's like Norwegians, Germans, like people from all over like Asia, people from Europe. Honestly, like I think especially like in my group, there's I think I don't know, like a massive mixture of students. And yeah, honestly, I feel like there is, especially yeah, like in Bialystok, I'd say there's just there's like every culture, and yeah, it's a very accepting place, I'd say, especially like within the university. Everyone gets along with everyone. So it's nice.
This is something I think that a lot of students, unfortunately, they
hmm
do worry about.
hmm
Going to places like Eastern Europe, they're concerned
Yeah.
that maybe they'll be discriminated upon, or there won't be a lot of international students, or not a lot of
Mhm.
diversity. Would you
Mhm.
say, from your experience, that they would feel more comfortable in the setting that you're
Yeah.
in there?
Yeah, I definitely think so because I feel like there is a lot of international students, and not only in my university, but for example, like there is like I don't know if people know, but like Erasmus, I'm pretty sure that's like an exchange, and there's like a ton of students coming from Spain, coming from like India, and they always like come in. So it's not only like in the university, but also outside of the university, you can meet different people. And since it is located in the center, I'd say yeah, it is quite diverse. Mhm.
Hey, fantastic.
Yeah,
I've just seen another question pop up
yeah.
here as well, asking in general sort of about the accommodation. So can we get your story? What's the accommodation been like for you?
There are student dorms like to stay in. However, I don't know if like there's enough space for like all the students, but most students did rent out places near the center. I mean, because I'm Polish, so I speak Polish. I actually live with two Polish roommates, but not from my university. So I sorted out my accommodation myself, but that's because I kind of wanted to live alone. I wanted to like live have like my own like place, not live in the dorms. But there is always options to live in the dorms, and also like yeah, as I said, most students do just rent out apartments because I mean I'd say compared to well, I'm from London, so compared to London, it is definitely cheaper living in Poland for like renting out. So students usually like I'd say either go to like live in the dorms or rent out their own place, and then after a year, they usually like move in with a roommate. Like I think maybe next year I'll be moving in with one of my roommates from university. So I guess it just depends on whether you want to live in the dorms, whether you want to live in the like by yourself or with someone. So I feel like there's options for all of that. Because even on the group chats that we made before the university started, a lot of people were like, "Oh, do you want to live with me? Do you want to share an apartment?" So yeah, I just guess it depends on the person.
Fantastic. Oh, thank you for giving us your insight on that. It
Yeah,
looks like a very nice place from what we can
yeah,
see behind you anyway.
yeah. Thank you. Yeah.
Okay, so just to wrap things up then, you found us on a webinar, is that right? You saw one of our webinars last year.
I think it might have been a website, but I can't really remember.
Okay, don't worry, a lot has happened
Yeah.
since then.
Yeah.
Now, what I want to ask is, what's your advice for the audience this evening, based on everything that you've experienced in the past few months and the choices you've made?
I honestly think that as much as it might seem scary, I think moving abroad was the best decision of my life. Like genuinely, I loved my life in London, and I was quite anxious to leave my friends and leave my family and just go off to a new place and like live in a new place, like all by myself. But honestly, like once you come and once you start going to school, once you meet people, it's honestly an amazing experience. And for me, I always wanted to do medicine, so I feel like the fact that I can actually fulfill my dream is like the best part of it. Just knowing that like I'm here, like I'm studying medicine, it's just an amazing feeling. And knowing that I'm actually like succeeding in it, it's just great. And yeah, I just say just put yourself out there, because honestly, like you never know what's gonna happen. Like you might just end up having you might end up missing like the best opportunity of your life if you don't do it. So I think that's what I would say.
Emanuela, it's been a joy hearing from you.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. Again, such a
you.
new student, so we hope you'll come back on future webinars. We want to hear every detail, all the highs and the lows.
Of course.
It's a great insight for all of our students. So thank you very much.
Yeah. Thank you so much. See you.